Everyone knows what a barndominium is. Metal shell. Open floor plan. High ceilings. But what happens when you take that industrial bones concept and compress it into something under 800 square feet? You do not get a smaller barndominium. You get something sharper. More intentional. More architecturally powerful than most full-size barndominiums ever achieve. These are the top 5 tiny barndominium designs that prove small does not mean ordinary. And stay until number 1. Because the last design on this list should not be possible at this price. If raw industrial architecture meeting intentional small living is what you are here for, affordable tiny living is exactly where you belong. We cover the builds most channels walk right past. Subscribe now. Every video we drop is worth your time. The barndominium started as a practical solution. Farmers needed a structure that worked as hard as they did. Metal framing. Durable cladding. Massive interior volume. Minimal maintenance. And then designers started paying attention to what that structural honesty could become when applied with intention. When you shrink that philosophy down to a tiny home footprint, something interesting happens. Every design decision becomes more visible. Every material choice matters more. Every square foot has to earn its place. The 5 designs we are about to walk through each solve the tiny barndominium challenge differently. Different roof forms. Different materials. Different interior philosophies. But all 5 share one thing. They look like they cost far more than they do. Let us count them down. Number 5. The classic monitor barn. 600 square feet. Steel frame. Standing seam metal roof. And a raised central roof section called a monitor that runs the full length of the structure with clerestory windows on both sides. This is the most historically authentic barndominium form on the list. The monitor roof originated in 19th century agricultural buildings precisely to deliver light and ventilation into deep-plan structures that standard windows could not reach. Applied to a tiny home, it creates something extraordinary. The main floor sits under the lower roof sections on each side. Open plan kitchen and living. Then above the central zone the monitor rises and floods the interior with bilateral high-level light from both clerestory bands simultaneously. The ceiling inside reads as 3 separate planes. Low on the left. Rising to the monitor height at center. Low again on the right. The spatial variation in a 600 square foot plan creates the experiential richness of a home twice the size. Finished build cost. $85,000 to $130,000 depending on specification. The monitor barn is number 5 because it is the most proven form on this list. But proven does not mean ordinary. It means the design works every single time. Number 4. The black steel cube barndo. 400 square feet. Matte black corrugated steel on 3 faces. The entire 4th face a single floor-to-ceiling glass wall. A flat roof with a minimal parapet hiding the roofline entirely. From the front this home looks sealed. Industrial. Almost hostile. From the side it disappears entirely into glass. The contrast is the entire architectural argument. Maximum opacity on 3 faces to create privacy and thermal mass. Maximum transparency on the 4th face to dissolve the boundary between the interior and the landscape beyond. Inside, the 400 square foot plan feels like a glass pavilion because one entire wall has been removed from the equation. The polished concrete floor extends visually through the glass and onto the outdoor deck beyond, doubling the perceived floor area without adding a single square foot of enclosed space. Finished build cost. $65,000 to $95,000. The black cube is number 4 because the restraint of this design is its power. It does one thing. It does it completely. And it does it for less than $100,000. Number 3. The shed roof industrial barndo. 500 square feet. Corten weathering steel cladding on all 4 walls. A single slope roof pushing the front wall to 16 feet. Floor-to-ceiling glazing across the entire front face. And an exposed structural steel interior that makes no attempt to hide what it is. This is the barndominium design that commits most fully to industrial honesty. The corten cladding does not need painting. It does not need sealing. It weathers to a deep orange-brown patina that stabilizes after the first 18 months and then requires nothing from the owner for the next 50 years. The material is the maintenance system. Inside, the 16-foot front wall creates vertical volume that a 500 square foot floor plan should not be able to achieve. Exposed steel purlins running the width of the ceiling. Raw concrete block on the rear wall. Polished concrete floor. A kitchen made entirely from blackened steel and reclaimed timber. This interior does not pretend to be anything other than what it is built from. Finished build cost: $75,000 to $115,000. The shed roof industrial barndo is number 3 because corten steel and a single slope together produce a design that looks like it belongs in an architecture magazine for under $115,000. That ratio of visual impact to build cost is extraordinary. Number 2. The glass and timber barndo hybrid. 650 square feet. A traditional barn gable roofline. But split down the center ridge into two completely different architectural halves. The left half. Dark corrugated steel cladding from roofline to foundation. Solid. Enclosed. The private zone containing the bedroom, bathroom, and utility. The right half. Full height structural glazing from foundation to roofline. The exposed timber post and beam frame visible through the glass. The living, dining, and kitchen zone opening entirely to the outdoors. The gable end facing the view is one complete triangle of glass. Floor to apex. Framing the landscape in the most dramatic window proportion in residential architecture. This design makes an argument that most barndominium builders never make. That the barn form does not have to choose between enclosure and openness. It can be both. Simultaneously. In the same structure. The timber frame inside the glass half is not decorative. It is structural. The posts carry the roof loads. The exposed joinery is the architecture. Finished build cost: $110,000 to $175,000. The glass and timber hybrid is number 2 because no other design on this list creates this level of spatial drama through a single compositional decision. Splitting the barn down the middle and treating each half as a different architectural problem produces a result that looks like it cost twice the build price. But number 1 does something none of these designs do. Number 1. The off-grid barndo compound. 3 connected volumes. Main living structure at 450 square feet. A sleeping pod at 150 square feet. A utility and workshop volume at 200 square feet. Total enclosed area 800 square feet. Total footprint arranged around a protected central courtyard. Each volume has its own roofline. The main living structure uses a butterfly roof to collect rainwater. The sleeping pod uses a shed roof with solar panels flush mounted on the south face. The utility volume uses a flat roof with a rooftop garden above. 3 roof forms. 3 functions. 1 compound. The compound layout does something a single volume barndominium cannot do. It creates exterior space that is defined and protected. The courtyard between the 3 volumes is sheltered from wind on 3 sides. It functions as an outdoor room. A 4th space that required no additional enclosed square footage and no additional build cost beyond the site works needed to connect the 3 volumes. Fully off-grid. 6 kilowatt solar array across the 3 roof planes. 10,000 liter rainwater harvesting tank fed by the butterfly roof. Composting waste system. Battery storage for 3 days of autonomy without solar generation. This home has no monthly utility bills. No connection fees. No grid dependency. The compound is its own infrastructure. Finished build cost: $145,000 to $210,000 for the complete 3-volume off-grid system. That number includes everything: the solar, the water, the battery storage, the courtyard hardscaping, every utility system the compound will ever need. For a fully self-sufficient architectural compound with this level of design resolution, that build cost is not just competitive. It is almost unreasonable. This is number one because it is not just the best tiny barndominium design on this list. It is one of the most complete small residential concepts in alternative architecture today. 5 designs. 5 different answers to the same question. What is a tiny barndominium capable of when the designer stops limiting it to what a barndominium is supposed to be? So tell me in the comments. Which of these 5 designs would you build tomorrow if the budget was ready? And is there a tiny barndominium concept that should have made this list but did not? Drop it below. I read every single one. You made it to the end. And now you get the promise. Next week we are going inside the off-grid Barndo compound from number 1 on this list. The real build. The real owner. The real numbers on what it cost and what it saves every single month. That video is coming exclusively to Affordable Tiny Living. Subscribe so you do not miss it. Share this video with anyone planning a barndominium build right now. And if any of these 5 designs changed how you think about what a small home can be, leave that in the comments too. I am your host on Affordable Tiny Living. See you in the next one.